Hello, everybody, for another edition of the Girls Gone Wild podcast. I am your host, Adam Gorak, and this is episode 2 of the Girls Gone Wild podcast. And I am joined by my good friend of mine. We've known each other for a very, very, very long time, maybe like 3 years or so, 3.5 years. He is a horror nerd, metalhead, fitness freak, and also he likes to help others achieve their fitness goals. So please welcome my good friend Zach, the Crypt Keeper.
Oh, hey, Adam Gorak. Thanks for inviting me on all the way down there from the Thunder Down Under.
No,
What's up?
anytime, dude. Man, not a lot. I've been really, really busy.
I know,
Just with
dude.
work.
I have to say, first of all, I'm proud of you, dude. If I can say that in a non-lame way, like for not only working so hard, being so strong, and achieving your fitness goals, obviously, but dude, starting your own podcast and doing your own thing, man, like that's what's up. I love to see that, man. Like you coming on
And
our
dr- and,
Sunday podcast.
and,
Cheers.
drinking tea out of a
Drink
Catfight coffee mug.
yeah,
Like
that fight coffee out of a what is this mug? It's an old diner mug I got from Bucks on Route 66.
that's
That's true American right there. If you
that's
come up here,
badass.
yeah.
Oh, 100%. So, what's been happening, dude? Like, what's been going down with Defcom's lifting, dude? Because I've noticed you've been really, really busy doing a lot of pop-up stores and stuff like that.
Yeah, dude, we're doing a lot of shit. And I know you've so generously and awesomely been involved for such a long time in DCL world and been in the Lifting Dead Army, and you were on all of our Sabbath Sunday podcasts, and you're just like a staple in there. So I know you know, and thank you for all that, man, because we couldn't have done it without people like you. And why I'm so happy to see you, carrying the torch in podcast world because I'm not doing it anymore. Or I'm not saying I will
Yeah,
never do it, but I'm not doing it at the moment. Um,
yeah,
so yeah, we're focusing more on first of all, I'm opening my own studio or our own studio under Death Comes Lifting
yeah.
guys. So it's gonna be
I was about to get into that later on, but like,
yeah,
yeah,
so that's gonna
congrats.
be a big deal. That's kind of been taking up a lot of time. And now it's October, dude. I'm on the road selling merch and repping the brand everywhere. I just got back from Baltimore last night. We were there
Oh,
for Edgar Allan Poe Fest, which was fucking awesome.
yeah,
And
yeah.
a couple weekends before that, we were at some like haunted houses in the area doing shit like that. And for the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna be in Salem, Massachusetts, and up in Maine.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and then I'm coming back here and throwing my own Halloween party yoga event that is gonna be
Yeah.
October Rust themed and a costume party and vendors and a whole I'm doing way too much for my own good, so thanks for noticing. And I have my buddy Michael Myers here
Michael Myers.
support
I've
me
um
support me through it
I've got
all.
this real I've got this really cool lampshade. I think you might appreciate it. It's
Oh,
it's
there we go.
Jason,
Jason and
but
Michael.
he's wearing a beanie.
Yeah, that's
Like,
badass. The band's beanie.
y- yeah, man. Like,
He's wearing the
that's
hockey
a cool Michael. What's that?
in case he falls, he's smart. He wears a protective mask. Michael Myers is just rubber.
Yeah, yeah. I bought this. I can't remember where I bought it, but it lights up, so it's an actual lamp.
Oh, sick. This is I
Yeah,
have an old Halloween mask on a candle stand, but same thing, similar thing.
yeah. That's kind of cool. But for the new listeners out there, maybe give a little background about yourself for the people that are new to this podcast and that wants to know a little bit something about you, because you're an interesting dude. You know,
Oh,
um,
well,
you've
thank you.
you've come a long you came a long way to get where you at. Fitness wise and
Yeah,
business wise. You've built like this fucking amazing empire, not just in America, but I think around the world, which
well,
is
thanks.
pretty fucking awesome.
Well, thanks, bro. Thanks for saying that. I disagree with you a lot on that, but I think I should if to, you know, uh,
Fuck
So,
no, bro.
well, my name is Zach, first of all. I know it says the Crypt Keeper there, which I didn't type that in. It just showed up as the Crypt Keeper when I downloaded this thing. So I don't know if that was you or whatever, but I'm like, I'm keeping that.
No, I
That's what it
think you
is.
kept that when you were on the Pink Sock
Pink
podcast,
stock.
maybe
That's
like a
probably
year
why.
ago.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
same thing. That's funny. So I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna do that." So I've been called the Crypt Keeper because I try to facilitate a community here on the Death Comes Lifting is my brand. I guess I should start with my real 9 to 5 job, if you will, or used to be.
yeah,
Just I was a personal trainer. I managed a gym, but I'm a horror and heavy metal and weirdo fan first. So
yeah,
when I found myself in the fitness world, gym world, I felt very like out of place. Like I wanted to just create a line of clothing or something that like I wanted to wear. So that became Death Comes Lifting. And then when the pandemic happened, I didn't really have a whole lot of work because, I don't think anybody did, but I
yeah,
couldn't go to gyms, I couldn't train people. So that's when I started the Lifting Dead Army when we started to film videos and just kind of have the whole community and do podcasts and just kind of, really just try to build a training community around the brand that I already had. And that's when I met you, and
yeah,
that's when I started to connect with people, like you said, all over the world, because that's really what I wanted from the beginning, and it's built so much now. It goes so much far beyond shirts and, anything that I intended it to be and could imagine. So I'm just trying to balance it all and build it the right way and, put people in the right places to help me with all that. And
yeah,
it's thankfully, fingers crossed, it's hard work and it's stressful and crazy, but at the same time, like I would rather do this than anything else. So I'm not complaining at all. I'm super fucking thankful and just looking forward to seeing where it goes because it's already gone to places that I didn't really think it would. So uh,
yeah,
stick to your dreams, kids. Don't go to college. Don't listen to your parents. Do drugs. Do whatever the fuck you want. Fuck them. That's the
yeah,
message.
man.
Yeah.
You know, follow your dreams, man. You
Yeah.
said it. You said it first on here. So, kids, follow Uncle Zach.
Follow
Right?
Uncle Crypt Keeper. Don't listen to what they tell you to do. Be yourself, and you
Yeah,
can be yourself. That's really it is. I always say, like, Death Comes Lifting is for the kids because it is for that, like, misfit, heavy metal nerd kid in my heart that I always am, you know? I
yeah,
I think I'll always see myself as an unattractive, nerdy, chubby Slipknot fan, and I refuse to see myself as anything else. So that is kind of who it's for. And you don't have to fit into what everyone says you have to be. I was in gym world, personal trainer world, and I just like, yeah, I just kind of refused to conform to all that. So I made my own thing. And you can do
yeah,
that. Anybody can do that anywhere. I know you're doing
mm,
your own podcast. You're a chef. Look at Anthony Bourdain, right? He's one of my favorite or was one of my favorite people ever. He carved his own way, pun intended,
mm,
carving, being a chef, and how different, and unique is he in a world full of instead of being the same as everyone else, he did his own fucking thing. So you can do that no matter where you're at. You can make your own thing. You can make your own podcast, write your own book, make your own merch, whatever. Just be yourself and stand by it, man. That's really the message.
yeah, real, yeah, 100%. Like, and you've been doing this for what, 4 years, 5 years now, close to
I've had
five
the
years.
I've had the Lifting Dead Army thing for 4 years, but Death Comes Lifting has been an established thing since 2016. So that's like
Shit.
7 years, and I've been a personal
Yeah.
trainer for, like, since I graduated high school, which is like 11 years.
Yeah,
Um,
I
real life.
remembered that. Well, I remember that at I think it was the one that you had Valkyrie AD on, and you were talking to him about how you started being. I think you started as a PT.
Mhm.
You didn't really go into college or anything like that, didn't you? To study
No.
what you're doing now.
No.
That's amazing.
I don't know if I think it's I don't know if it's amazing or stupid or what it is, but I just, so I knew I never wanted to go to college, right?
Yeah,
And I'm not saying
yeah,
to anybody I never give the advice to not go, like, because there's stuff you have to go for if, if you wanna be a doctor, you have to go to college. If you wanna be certain things, you have to go. So I never tell anybody, "Don't go," or any kids listening. Um, but I knew I wasn't gonna go. One, I didn't have the money. I don't think anybody has the money, but I really don't and didn't have the money. And I would have went to,
and it's
like,
so expensive.
it's so expensive, and for what I wanted to do, I probably would have went to art school or, like,
Mm.
would have went to be, like, an English teacher or, yeah, gym teacher, and
Yeah,
I would have partied my face off and wasted time and money, and I just knew that about myself, so I was like, I I'm good, man," and I originally just I really didn't know what the hell I was gonna do. I don't think anybody does. But,
yeah,
to make a little bit of a long story less sufferable, I was very sick as a teenager and as a kid, and I just kinda got myself healthier, and I just fell, I guess, in love with the gym, with fitness, and just treating myself well instead of self-destructively and poorly. And I figured, well, if I can help myself and feel this good about it, well, maybe I can help some other people too. And then I was like, you can be a personal trainer and not have to go to college for it. You just need the certification. I said, all right,
yeah,
I'll do that. Um, I'm not saying I'm the smartest, best personal trainer in the world, but I certainly don't think you need a degree to be a good one. And I don't think you need a degree to be good at anything. And if it gets your foot in the door, that's fine. So I did that. And,
mm,
it's a personal training and a lot of jobs like that, or it comes down to your ability to connect and deliver information like a teacher and just like be good with people more so than your knowledge on kinetics and physiology and anatomy and all that you would like need in school and stuff like that. So I don't claim to be like, if your goal is to go to the Olympics or like be the best in your sport or like Mr. Olympia, I'm probably not your guy. I'm probably not,
yeah,
probably not not the personal trainer you want. But for the general population that just needs to get healthier, and for the fitness enthusiast that wants to step up their game to the next level, or people to take a yoga class, anything like that. Like I feel very confident in my abilities and skills to do that. But at the same time, if you're looking for like, the best of the smartest, then you're probably not wearing a Death Comes Lifting shirt anyway. So I don't really give a
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
fuck. Yeah.
yeah. So like the thing that I like about Defcom's lifting and what you post on social media, um, is like it's no bullshit.
Oh, thanks.
You know what I mean? And what you do compared to, I'm not calling out, no, I'm not going to name any other fitness like social media platforms that just post up
I'm not either.
fake
'Cause I don't
stupid
follow them.
shit.
I don't
Yeah, yeah.
really.
But it's around, you know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Like, and people fall for that shit. But what you do for the fitness community, for us outsiders, and people that maybe suffer like social anxiety that wants to go to the gym but are not feel wanted, I think you just fucking, you know,
Well, thanks, man.
you you just killed it, man. Like, and actually, on like I don't really talk about it, but like I do have social anxiety myself as well,
Sure.
you know,
So do
and
I.
it's yeah, and it's the only way you can overcome it is probably like if you know just fucking do it, you know.
It's truly it, just fucking do it. And,
Yeah,
thank you for saying all that and thinking I killed it or whatever that means, but I really just did and do what I needed and need to hear, for myself.
yeah,
Like, if I had me as when I was starting out in the fitness world, in the gym, or just, like, kinda just going through life, like, I would need somebody like me to look towards to make it a little easier, or something like Death Comes Lifting, like, if I had these shirts, I think I would feel a whole lot more comfortable going to the gym, or if I had, like,
Yeah.
a training group full of awesome people like yourself, and everybody that works for us and works with us to get advice and motivation and validation from, like, it would have made everything a whole lot easier, and I just always bring myself back to that position and say, like, "Am I serving that person or am I not?" And
Yeah.
that's the only metric you ever have to go by, and that's why I think it comes across as authentic and no bullshit, because it's just for that person, and it's not for to I'm not selling supplements. I'm barely selling workouts. We're just trying to
Yeah.
make it happen, and just try to make people better. And if we can make a few bucks to do some cool shit, I put everything right back into this, man. So I'm not living super lavishly. I'm just putting everything right back into this and building up the space and the merch that everybody wants.
Yeah.
So I'm just I'm very blessed, dude. That's why I'm the crypt keeper. I'm just, I'm I'm just the guy hanging around.
And you're like, surrounded by really, really good people in your team as well,
Yeah,
Frank and Jan,
yeah.
you know, our best friend, you know what I mean? I
He's
actually talked to him. What's that, sorry?
he's everybody's best friend. He just doesn't know it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nah, man. He's just friends with everybody.
he's the best. He's the best, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually we chatted maybe last week, and I said, I'm like, dude, if you want to become a guest on the podcast, man, let me know, and we can actually finally sit down and chat. You know what I mean?
He'll
He's
do it.
he's like very happy that I've actually asked him, because we've been talking about doing this for a very long time,
Um,
even under Depth Comes Lifting as well. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So he's pretty stoked to be doing it. It's just,
good.
yeah, it's just a matter of the time and date and all that stuff. But he's on the list.
Oh, that's great.
Who else, man?
He's the best.
I met
Yeah, I'm
he's
so
a
blessed.
fucking unit, man.
Oh, he's inhuman. He's the monster. He's Frank and Jan. He's so smart and he's so busy. And like, his real job, I don't even understand what he does for, like, a living.
Yeah,
But
same.
yeah, he is like an insanely impressive person. Um, he's like the big brother I never had. That's what Frank and Jan is to me, and I'm just so blessed to have him in my life and have him, like, in terms of, like, Death Comes Lifting, he's the best representative of the brand I could ever ask for or dream to have. He's everything he does, everything he stands for, so honorable and cool to me, and we're blessed to have him. And everybody involved in the Lifting Dead Army. I got Zach is behind the scenes, other Zach, cameraman, we call him.
Yeah,
He's on the Patreon page, but in all of our exclusive videos and shit. But he
the
makes
editor and everything. He
yeah,
does
the
the editing.
editor, I have, like, the vision and everything, but he really makes it happen. And I can't do everything I wanna do without all these awesome people that have been just, I'm blessed to have on my team and in my life. Um, you're included in that. Mohawk Mandy's included in that.
Yeah,
Casey Hempel, our personal trainer, Fit for the Final Girl. Joe Smith, John Wick. He's John Wick in real life. Um, all
he
these
went from he went from Batman to John Wick.
Joe Wick, I call him. Yeah, because he's actually more like the Crow. If you take Batman and you take John Wick, put them together, I
You-
feel like that's more
well,
like
yeah,
the Crow, and he's that. He defies age, logic, everything. That guy's a gem. Um, I could go on with all the people that have that have connected to us through this, and that's the coolest thing. I actually just posted about it this morning. Every Monday, I do a Monday morning motivation post on the Patreon, and
that's cool.
thanks, man. Yeah, and it's the most gratifying, coolest thing is the community we've built at Death Comes Lifting, or around Death Comes Lifting. And I say we, not me. It's everybody. It's people reaching out to other people and showing them it, inviting them in, giving them a shirt, like, it's really, it goes beyond me, and just the community of people are so interesting and so fucking cool and genuine and wholesome. And when you put that energy out there, your vibe attracts your tribe. If you put out authentic, cool energy and shit, you're gonna get that back. And if you put out some bullshit, fake shit, like you were talking about with other nameless fitness, accounts and all that, well, I think you're gonna
Mhm.
get that back in representation. So why we have such a cool community is I feel like we just put out and represent authenticity, which is the only thing that I could ever want to do. You know?
Yeah. And to go back with your awesome crew,
Yeah.
Amanda as well. She's been a trainer for you guys for what, a year now, two
I mean,
years.
she was on board for a while, but probably officially, like, going on 2 years. She contributes programs, and she'll take on, clients from the Lifting Dead Army's, like, top membership, the Magician. You get to work with, either of us, any of us one-on-one, a little bit closer, virtually, and she has a few
Yeah,
clients, so, yeah, she really does help out a lot with that, and she's badass, dude, like, totally.
yeah. She's It's so funny because like I know when she posts up those fucking leg kick videos and shit, I always make this joke that I was like, if I ever come to the States, you're my fucking bodyguard when we go in the pit.
Yes, then not if, when you come to the States,
Wha-
because we
yeah, man.
we need
Who
a
knows? Maybe in the next year or two, man.
reunion. Oh, man, if I don't make it down there first, you never know. It's not cheap, It's not cheap for a plane ticket either way, from here to there, from there to here, and it takes a day or 3, but we'll make it happen.
Yeah,
We'll make it happen.
yeah. I think it's like a 2 day flight. I think I'm not too sure. I know it's a long ass flight, so you got to
I'll
stretch those quads out, stretch your back out, dude, because it's gonna be a long ass flight.
I'll be hitting yoga poses right on the plane. I don't give a shit, They'll take
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
do it.
But yeah, you have like an amazing crew, and I've noticed that you've changed your website.
Oh, yeah, that's very recent. Very recently we did that.
Yeah, yeah. I was checking out your new merch. That's when I bought the shorts and the t-shirt, and I was just like, "Well, am I on the right site here? Like, what the hell?" But fuck, man, it actually looks pretty damn good. Like,
Thanks,
who comes up with all that stuff, man?
me. I'm the c I
Yeah,
everything, yeah, I'm the creative. I don't do it all. I come up with
yeah,
it. I don't do it all. Yeah, I have his name is Sam. He's a friend of, other Zach and I's. Um, he has a web developing company called Apartment, and he did all that for me, and I basically just told him what I wanted, and he made it happen. I was like, "I want it to be a virtual crypt, like you're going through
yeah,
the halls of a castle, of a of a decrepit old castle buried." Yeah, oh, yeah,
yeah,
that's cool. Yeah, and, we just wanted to represent it a little better. I feel like we needed to tighten up our website a little bit, and just right now, I'm going through a big transition period in my life in many ways, and I wanted what we do at Death Comes Lifting to reflect that. I wanted to tighten up the screws,
yeah,
present it a little more professionally and coolly, if that's the right word to use. And yeah, so and in terms of also building the physical gym, we wanted to represent our virtual side well too, because like you said at the beginning of this, we
mm,
we connect and train people and serve people all over the world, so that goes far beyond what we're going to do with a studio here in Pittsburgh. So I wanted to upgrade the website and the virtual content just as much as I wanted to upgrade the physical and merch too. So that's
yeah.
up there.
I actually think this is actually pretty good. I just clicked on
Take that.
the workouts and
Yeah,
Friday the 13th 13-minute AMRAP. That's kind of cool.
thanks.
The Leatherface victim chaser. Like that's to me, this is awesome. This is like um every horror nerd's dream to have a fitness website that has this type of stuff up on here.
Right,
You know?
like I said, earlier, it would have attracted me to the gym if, I didn't know what I was doing and I found this and was like, "Oh, we can work out. We can do, like, what workout Michael Myers would do." I'd be like, I would do that workout every day, you know? So that's why that's there, and I just have so much fun creating that, Like, okay, if Michael Myers were actually if I was Michael Myers' personal trainer, what would I give him? Or what would I give Leatherface? And that's really what I think about when I write those workouts, and it's so much fun for me to do. So, and those are all
What's
free. Those are on the website. Everyone can check those out. But we have a whole lot more of that too on our Patreon that I go over and
Yes.
all that crazy shit.
Yeah, I think I did. Shit, I think it was last year. I was doing one of your programs, man, and that actually helped me put on a bit of size and stuff like that.
Yeah, man, you got.
You know?
I remember. You got way stronger, way more
Yeah,
jacked. We were working on back bends in yoga practice too, so we got more flexible and demonic. Like,
yeah,
that's what I'm
yeah,
talking about, dude. Just wanna
yeah.
A lot of people neglect that too in the pursuit of strength and size and power. You have to maintain limberness
It's a
and
balance.
flexibility that's balanced just to feel good and move through life. Because, like,
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, unless we're trying to be elite athletes and make that our job is to, be a power lifter or be a bodybuilder or, whatever. It's about just going through life better and feeling better and being able to do things and, flexibility and yoga and like just being a limber, able human being is such a good way to combat, depression and like, just feeling, depression, anxiety, that plagues so many people, especially in our realm. And, bringing fitness to people like that, like just being open in your body and being able to move and not being so tight, like locked up and all that. That's really the benefit of all that too. That's the underlying, message and benefit I would love people to get from our training programs. And I think you're a shining star of an example of that. Adam, you're a sweet, bright human being, no matter how ghostly and evil you are too. So, I appreciate that.
Nah, likewise, my friend. Likewise, dude. Like, yoga has helped me a lot. You know,
I know, yeah. Cool.
especially just doing like what 10 minutes in the morning, just to wake the old body up. You know, but
And sync your breath to
yeah.
the movement, just breathe is that's the best medicine, that's why breathing exercises work to, calm us down, bring us into the present moment. It's definitely a way to combat stress, anxiety, depression, all the negative effects you feel. If you breathe and
Hmm.
stretch and lift, that's the best medicine, and everyone's trying to
Yeah,
sell you stuff to make you feel better when you don't need to buy anything, you just need to do more, you know?
yeah. Meditation is good too.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, man. I try to meditate,
Same.
every day, morning and night, even if it's just for a few minutes, and I think a lot of people have, misconceptions about meditation or say like, "I can't do meditation. I'm bad at it," or whatever. Like, I try to, sit there and I just think of every I can't do it. It's like, well, you gotta practice to be good at meditation, right? That's like saying the same thing as, "I can't walk into the gym and pick up a 300-pound barbell. I'm not good at it." It's like, well, no, you haven't practiced enough. You haven't worked your way up enough, Just
Mm,
meditation is the same way. So I just always like to recommend just sit and breathe and focus on your breath. That's it. That's it. That could be 30 seconds. That could be 30 seconds, but that's 30 seconds that, you think of that, you think of yourself and just clear your mind and just be present.
mhm,
That's a, fortifying thing for your mind because anxiety doesn't exist if you're in the present moment. If you're thinking of stuff in the future, you're anxious. If you're thinking of stuff that happened before, that's anxious. But if you're here now, like I'm with you on this podcast, I'm present. I'm not thinking about shit that happened yesterday. good or bad.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of shit that I got to do after this, which is probably a lot that
Yeah.
but that doesn't, it doesn't serve you. And I think that is a huge problem that people have. Just, I don't know how it is down in Australia. I guess I think you guys are a little more laid back than we are up here, but I think it's a human problem. Anxiety, we're always thinking of where we need to be and running forward, or regretting the past or not. It's just a good practice to be present. It makes you happier and more able to do things better. So that's what yoga has done for me, and I think that's what the main benefit I see yoga having on my clients and everyone that does it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a big game changer. There is actually a yoga studio just up the road from my house. It's like a 2-minute walk.
There you go. Have you ever been?
Yeah, yeah. I've never been, but my partner at the time, she's heavily into yoga and like healing and all that spiritual kind of stuff, little things.
Cool, man.
Um she told me I met one of the yoga instructor teachers. She was telling her teacher was saying to me that a lot of males are slowly getting into yoga now because of their partners.
Oh, that's cool. That's good. Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
love to hear that. Or, yeah, I can make an inappropriate joke, but I'm gonna keep it clean on the Ghouls Gone Wild podcast, which I love the name, by the way. I was like, does that mean I almost showed up with my shirt off, like Ghouls Gone Wild, like, woo.
Yeah.
But no,
Yeah. Actually got that from an Alice Cooper
well,
track from Welcome to
welcome
My Nightmare
to my nightmare, dude. I
2.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm there
Yeah.
with you. I love that, dude. Shout out to Alice,
It's a
by the way, because if it wasn't
fuck
for
yeah,
him,
man.
I wouldn't be here doing this at all. I wouldn't, Alice Cooper's music, growing up on that and still to this day, he's such an inspiration to me. Just who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he's the goat. He's the goat. If it wasn't for Alice Cooper, there would be no Death Comes Lifting at all. So, respect it. A moment of silence for Alice Cooper, everybody out there.
Yep. Hang
Yeah,
on that just to
just right here.
yep. I was doing that the Ghost concert last week when I went and saw Ghost,
Oh yeah,
and holy shit, they were fucking good, bro.
was that your first time seeing them?
Yes, because it was the first time headlining Australia.
Oh, was it? Dude, did they
Yeah,
so they had their full production, like their big show? That's sick as
yeah,
hell.
yeah,
That's sick as
yeah.
hell. Yeah, they're sick, man. Being
And I thank you for that too. I thank you for that because I know
yeah,
you were talking about it. I know you were talking about Ghosts in one of your earlier episodes in the podcast or something like that,
probably,
if
yeah,
I remember. And I know you like post stuff about them or the concerts that you've been to.
yeah,
And at first I was a little bit iffy with the music a bit because like the image and the music did not match
mhm,
from the image, but like when after hearing If You Have Ghost and then I think it was Square Hammer and Dance Mackinbear and stuff like that, I was hooked. So
killer.
thank you.
You're very, very, very welcome, and, I love that you got to see them at this
Oh
stage,
yeah.
but, I'm gonna sound like the old pretentious music fan right now, so forgive me, but, so I got to see them on their first tour of the United States for their first album, and
Yeah, right.
I've been following them since then because I thought it was at a small theater. If only like underground metal cut type know who they were. It was with Papa One, and they were just super
Mm,
cool and super good. Like the music was like, had this like doomy 70s rock vibe, and I was like, this is you just knew, like when you see a band like that and they have their whole presentation the way it is and the music's it just was different, and you just knew that like I just had a feeling this was gonna be something more, than this, like, and just being able to witness their evolution. That was the first band that, like, I got to connect with on that level and, like, witness their growth and grow with them,
yeah.
into this where they are now is this giant theater rock, spectacle, like, they're the next. someone has to carry the torch for Alice Cooper and Kiss and Rob Zombie and all those people. The Ghost is really the next one, and to be able to like grow and witness that happen has been
Mm,
also a huge influence on me as a creative person and a business owner and somebody that what Tobias Forge did with Ghost and how he represents Ghost and builds that and carries it is absolutely I bring that into Death Comes Lifting realm for inspiration on how to present that. So yeah,
yeah.
love Ghost.
Especially with all the lawsuits that was happening at the time,
Yeah, I'm no
a
stranger
couple of
to
years
legal
ago.
issues either. So yeah, yeah,
But
good. How you carry yourself
but
is important, man.
like he carries that name, with his heart.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
that band to me is like um the 2000s of Kiss, like of the version of Kiss,
Fuck yeah, dude.
with the fan base and with the production, the amount of just everything what they have on stage. When I
Dog.
what's going on?
That's my dog, Jax. He wants out. He's old. He's an oldie. Anyway, keep going.
No, you're right, man. It's all good.
He chills with me. He's an old pit bull. He just lays on my bed and is sad. So
Just
yeah,
chills.
he just chills.
Yeah, but Ghost is like the new generation of Kiss. And I
Oh,
think
sure.
once Kiss supposedly finishes up,
Mhm.
I reckon Ghost will carry that flag
Absolutely, and it's important
in
to.
theatrics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, I've always been about that, and I think more bands should do that, and I think that's why Ghost got so big and popular because people are they're just like kind of desperate for something more, and it's like how
Yeah.
many bands like there are a lot of good bands out there that show up and pop up and everything, and you like them for one album and they're good and everything, but it's like they don't really have that thing, and Ghost has that thing, and, like, I feel
Mm.
like more bands need that thing, and that's what I try to do, and, with
Yeah.
this clothing is I was just gonna trying to have that theater, that thing that people can grasp onto and feel like you're part of something, and that's what Kiss does,
Yeah.
that's what Ghost does, that's what Alice Cooper does, Zombie, Manson,
Mm.
etcetera, like, all those people, all those
Yeah.
artists. That's what I like. That's what really lights the fire for me. So to see Ghost, and people have mixed feelings about their music, which I get.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody, but
But
so it's so cool.
they're really huge for a reason though, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
right.
people can talk shit all about them all they want. It's the same like Nickelback. I'm not saying I'm a really big Nickelback fan, but I did like the earlier stuff. But people would talk shit on the band that's probably making 20 more times million, more money than them. You know what I mean? It's the trollers out there. And
Sure.
after watching Ghost, it was amazing. Um,
Yeah,
I remembered I remember it was me, a guy that I took from work that I got him into Ghost. I bought him a ticket to come with me. My brother went. I got him into Ghost as well.
nice.
Um,
Good.
and just saw a bunch of friends, but it was like we ran into a couple of people in the pit and we all had like a little huddle. We did like a little ritual thing and stuff like that. And it was good. Like it was probably one of the best nights that I've been to this year
Good, man.
to that
I love
concert,
that.
man.
I love that. I
And
wish I was there in spirit with you.
oh dude, if you were in Australia at the time when they came, I think I would have bought you a ticket easy.
Oh, dude, shit, you wouldn't have to do that. I would be there.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen one day when there's a cool Australian show or yeah, it's on my list. I've always wanted to go to Australia. I think it's
Oh,
so
you'll love it here.
so cool. Um, AC/DC is one of my favorite bands ever. That's a band
They
too that
played the they
Power.
played the first show in 7 years.
I just watched some video of it last night, and they're fucking old as shit, and they're killing it, being old as shit. Love them. But, like, dude, the Bon Scott era, AC/DC, like, those first couple albums, bro, they're near and dear to my heart, and that crazy rawness that I feel like you can only get from Australia is in there, and I've always just wanted
Yeah.
to go catch the vibe. I know there's supposed to be a cool AC/DC bar as well, maybe in Australia. Is that in
I
Sydney?
think it. I think it's in Melbourne. I
Melbourne?
think.
Right, one
I
of the
think
big
so.
cities. Yeah, one of the big cities.
Uh,
But I don't condone, drinking or drugs and alcohol because 'cause I'm a fitness professional. But if I was in the AC/DC bar with you, I think we're drinking whiskey, that's all I'm saying.
I don't, even though I don't drink, but it's all good because,
Right,
like,
that's why neither do I, but if we were there and
yeah,
the whiskey happened to be
yeah,
poured, that's all.
yeah. But then, it probably won't end well for me because it's been like maybe 7 years since I last had a drink.
Good for you, good for you. I'm not trying to
Yeah,
break that streak.
nah, man. I'm happy to buy drinks for people. They can drink it, but hey,
I didn't know that. I didn't know you were a sober individual, Gorak. I
yeah,
try my best to be, let's put it that way. I do.
yeah.
I think balance is important. I just try not to go overboard, and certainly hasn't done a whole lot of. I've certainly had a bad time in my past with
I think
drugs
we
and
all have.
alcohol. So I joke about it often, but I
Yeah,
definitely don't condone it. But I definitely also I didn't drink for like 2 or 3 years. During the whole pandemic, like I stopped. I was like, no, before I wanted to stop anyway when I was on my yoga path, um, becoming a yoga teacher, you have to, it's best to be pure, and you're working on breathing. You can't smoke and drink and fucking snort, blow, or whatever bullshit I've been doing in the past in my life, which I've done it
mm,
all. Like, that's why I'll talk openly about it. I don't care. Um,
yeah,
Done it all, learned a lot of lessons and a lot of hardship from that too. So I don't condone it, but I do think, coming back around, like I'll have a drink every now and then, celebrate something for a positive reason.
yeah,
I like to smoke a joint once in a while. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that. Maybe some people will disagree with me, but I just am not comfortable being like 100% sober. I can't do this. Like, I feel like I'm restricting myself, and then I start to feel bad. I just kind of like to, only for a good reason, not all the
yeah,
time, have some fun every once in a while if you feel like it. That's where I
yeah.
live. That's
Exactly.
where I live with that. You know.
Yeah, like I've been. I used to smoke cigarettes when I used to go out drinking and stuff
Mhm.
back in my younger years.
Of
But
course.
I was only a casual smoker because, like, I didn't want to be like that type of chain smoker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
It's fun.
cigarettes are fucking expensive.
It's
But
expensive. Not.
yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
it's definitely not the best thing because it was fucking up my fitness at the time when I started going to the gym
Well,
when I
that's
was
the
like
thing to do.
maybe 17.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've stopped drinking because I kind of just got over it and I just don't like the feeling of waking up feeling like shit all the time,
Yeah. Me
you
too.
know?
Yeah.
Um
I get it. I get it. Well, good for you,
stop
bro. 7 years, is that
Thanks,
7?
man.
Yeah, I'm happy for you, dude. And you
It's
can buy me all the whiskey at the AC/DC bar, and that's good for me, I'm good.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
100%. But like, yeah, quitting drinking, focusing on fitness, and then also like changing my eating habits as well.
Yeah. They usually go hand in hand with each other, and it's a
Yeah.
balancing act. I try to, that's probably the hardest balancing act is, trying to live your life, have fun, but be super, healthy to the point that it's not restrictive of your happiness or being,
Yeah.
because I've been known to be, super super rigid. I'm a fitness guy, right? And so I think there's some stigma attached to that I have to be like boom dialed in 100% of the time, abs year round. Like I'm not, you can't deviate from the path, and that doesn't make you really happy. It doesn't really make
Yeah.
you a happy person. It doesn't do good things for your creativity, your love life, anything
Yeah.
like that for with others or yourself. I just that's why I think starting to reintroduce some. It doesn't have to be drugs and alcohol, cheap meals, even pizza, all that shit. Like once in a while is great. Do that.
Yeah.
that, and if your thing is, if you want a shot of whiskey, you wanna smoke a J or a cigarette, or do you want a cupcake or some pizza, then, like, make that your thing once in a while, it's cool, you know? That's
Exactly. It's not gonna hurt you.
right.
But if you ever do come to Australia, man, and you always have a place to stay, but Thursday nights, just up the road from my place, like 5 minutes up the road from my place in the mall, they have this this thing called Crown Street Market. So it's like a food truck
Yeah,
market they have on Thursday nights, and they have like different food trucks with different types of food and nationalities and stuff and like that. I think that's something that you'll fucking dig because
dude.
I try I try to go maybe like once a fortnight and stuff. When I was with my ex partner, we used to go like maybe every Thursday night and stuff and like that, and she loved it. But y- it's fucking amazing, dude. They're vegan donuts.
Okay. Sold, dude. I'm in.
Good
Oh,
shit. I've had like some really good Thai vegan plant-based food as well
oh, yeah.
over there. Yeah, man. They
That's
have everything, and I think you might dig it, dude, if you're a
I'll
big
take
foodie.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I try to be. I'm not a big foodie all the time. I'm actually pretty boring, I eat pretty simply, but when I do go off the rails, I do go off the rails, you know? I choose
Yeah,
battles, and I do like to like, if I'm in a new place, like, if I go to Australia, I will not be sticking to my diet, sir. I will be indulging and eating, whatever you recommend to me, and that's I
yeah.
like to do that when I travel to different cities, um you know, just like last weekend when we were in Baltimore for Edgar Allan Poe Festival, they have an Edgar Allan Poe bar, and, you know, it
All right.
had some drink specials, so I said, "Yeah, why not? Let's see how the other half lives here," and that was cool. So
Yeah,
whenever I'm in a new place, I always like to try the cuisine or the drinks or whatever, you know, whatever you feel like you should do. So, and I always ask the locals and like the cool people like you for that. I wouldn't trust like Yelp or anything. I'd be like, what's up, man? Where are we going? So if I'm in Australia, what am I eating? What's the, you know, what's your favorite? What this might be a dumb question. Does Australia do they have like a food that they're like super famous for, like known for that you can't get like anywhere? Like
I
here?
don't know because all the American stuff,
Yeah.
like brand names, are all coming to Australia now,
Okay. But like, do you
like
have like
Taco
a
Bell and stuff.
traditional food, like you know how the UK has, like, fish and chips, you know?
Oh yeah,
America has fried chicken and Pabst Blue Ribbon. Like, what's Australia's, like, food?
fuck, it would have to be snags.
Snacks?
Sausages,
Oh, shit,
that's
really?
always a big thing. Yeah, yeah,
Really?
yeah. Um,
That sounds good. I love that. Let's go.
yeah,
Yeah.
but but yeah, there's like a big list that I could probably go through right now, but like,
Yeah.
um, yeah, there's just heaps. But um,
That's
my favorite place personally to go to though will go probably a really good Thai restaurant.
okay. That's what
Or
I'm
any
talking
burger joints, really. Any we
about.
got some really nice burger joints here. But, there's a place, that I went to as well with my ex. Um, Went to this place called Mary's. It's a burger joint, very dark. It's got,
I'm in.
like, fucking yeah, dude,
I'm in.
very it's like, I'm pretty sure the restaurant itself was like an abandoned warehouse or something like that,
That's up
that
my
just
alley.
made yeah, it was, like, very dark, the menus were written up on the bloody roof and shit,
Oh,
and it
cool.
was just candles and stuff like that, and you can, like, write your fucking names up on the wall and shit.
That's where we're going, dude.
It's
That's where I wanna go.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna take you there one day, bro, and
Places
just
like
fucking
that.
eat burgers and that.
Yeah, dude. Eat burgers. I'm in, man. Hey, I like places
Yeah,
like that. I don't like fancy places. Like, I like hole in the wall,
same.
dive,
Yeah,
kinda yeah. Like, I don't know if I'm
yeah,
safe here 100%. Like, that's where I live.
yeah. Nah, but, yeah, we've got, like, some really cool shit, but we've got, like, heaps of, American food chains coming down to Australia. Apparently, there's a Coles Junior
Yeah.
that's opened up recently.
Yeah, we tend to
There's
we figure out a way to ruin everything, so I'm not surprised. That's
I've never been, but my tattoo artist, when I got my last tattoo, uh, a week ago, yeah, he told me he went. He said it's actually pretty decent.
oh, cool, man. Yeah, yeah, Carl's Jr. is pretty legit. It's better than, like I'd recommend that over, some other fast food chains, so, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, there's just a lot of these American food chain brands that are coming to Australia. But I like just to eat my own stuff, man. I just
Yeah,
try and
me too.
just cook and stuff like that. Just something simple but still tastes good.
Right,
You know.
right.
But yeah, yeah. But since we are in the spooky season right now, October, and this podcast is a horror based theme, yes. And what's your favorite thing about Halloween? And
Man. Oh, man,
yeah,
that's so
because I know it's huge in America. I
yeah.
believe it's really big in South America as well.
Well, am I frozen? It looked like I was
Ah,
frozen.
you're good now. Ah, you're
Okay.
good now.
Um, yeah, I that's a loaded question for me because, like, there's so many things that I love about Halloween. Obviously, it's the only holiday I really ever felt like I gave a shit about, like, even just growing up. Um, just the theater of it, I guess, the costumes, the
Mm,
fun, the movies, the music, the atmosphere, the vibe, like, it's just all, like, the coolest to me, and I also like how it's, like, it's scary and fucked up and crazy, and it's super ancient, right? Halloween's based on Samhain or Samhain, if you wanna be a poser and call it Samhain. It's a very ancient Celtic festival that is still celebrated today. It's the oldest holiday we have, so its roots in, like, witchcraft and shit like that that's super fascinating to me.
yeah,
Apart from that, just, like, the community and the vibe and, like, your kid trick or treating, and it's so much fun. Uh, I just love the whole vibe. It's impossible for me to say what my favorite thing is about Halloween. Now doing Death Comes Lifting for 6 years, it's my busiest time of year, so I'm just, like,
yes,
always working, and I feel like I'm never home to enjoy it, like, I don't watch many movies anymore, I don't, really get to go to haunted houses, I get to go to do cool shit and, sell merch, and I meet a lot of people and go to a lot of cool places, which I'm thankful for, but it's
yeah,
busy for me, like, right now, like, October is so much, it's stressful, but
mm,
I totally just I gotta take a step back, and that's why I'm surrounded by pumpkins and Halloween lights, and I just like to keep that energy alive, that, like, wholesome, nostalgic warmth that Halloween provides. I try to just keep that going all year. So,
yeah.
that's the answer, everything is I love everything about Halloween.
Yeah, I think it's not big in like in Australia, obviously, because they see it more of like the American thing is how it's like their traditional holiday. But there are kids in like here, like they still like to dress up and just going around in people's houses and and trick or treating.
Good.
Um I
Or just
loved it as a
terrorize.
kid.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah, I dressed up as fucking Alice Cooper, dude.
Fuck yeah, dude. You have to send me some
Yeah,
pictures, man. Find pictures of
yeah.
you, please.
This is like maybe when I was like maybe 10 years old, maybe.
Oh, dude,
But I
find those
still
photos.
remember this. I still remember it, and I remember going trick or treating, dressing up as Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
Me and a mate. I can't remember what he dressed up as, but I remember we're going trick or treating. We knocked on this dude's house. We're like trick or treat. He's like, "Get off my lawn!" I'm like, "Are you fucking serious?"
Mm. So it's not as accepted there, at least back then, like, trick or treat
Yeah, back
was a common
then,
was
no.
a commonplace. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, it was a
It
very
probably is now.
Americanized aspect of Halloween, but, Halloween's
Mm,
not traditionally an American holiday. It's
yeah.
Celtic, and, it's in the UK, so we just make everything and take everything and make it about food and abundance, and we capitalize on everything and sell everything.
Yeah.
That's why it's considered American. But um, all those traditions are so old, and they come from Europe.
Yeah, especially like with Mexico as well when they celebrate the Day of the Dead
Oh yeah, man.
type
No,
of thing too.
that's
Um
super rad. I
have you do they do any of those things in Americas? Do they celebrate any of that?
We should. I mean, they're like, again, we capitalize on it and we sell a lot of shit like sugar skulls and like that Dia de los Muertos. Like we have, displays and you can buy the decorations, but do we celebrate it? Not as much
Mm,
as we should. And I actually think it's a beautiful holiday. And the concept of it is just like, you're hanging out and partying with your dead ancestors, you know? You set up a picture of them,
mm,
you have some skulls, and you have some candles, and you pour them out a drink or make them some treats, and, like, it's a celebration of the dead, and it's when you remember all the people that died, and it's a joyful thing, and it doesn't have to be
yeah,
a sad thing. Like, they party down there, for funerals, man. Like, they get the family together, and they celebrate life, and that is so cool. And that's something that I try to use like a memento mori, meaning remember your death, like think that you're gonna die, right? And everyone's like,
yeah,
"That's so you're just so morbid all the time, thinking about death. Death comes lifting. It's in, it's in my name everywhere I go. There's coffins and everything." But aren't you? Isn't that it's so dark? Aren't you depressed? It's like I view death as the most like motivating, happy thing. We should be celebrating life because we should be aware that
yeah,
this is a finite existence, and every day
yeah,
you wake up is one less day you have. So make the fucking most of it and be happy about it. People that think they're invincible and think that, and just shove death into the back of their mind like it's never going to happen to them. Well, they're usually the most depressed people or the most,
mm,
scared people of it. And they have a lot of, confronting to do as they go through this life. So keeping death close as a reminder and a motivator is to me a very joyous thing. And that might make me fucked up, but it's true, you know.
no, I totally agree with you. And with the whole Day of the Dead celebration thing, what they're doing in Mexico, I think it's a beautiful thing. I've
Yeah.
done a little bit of research on it. I think Jeff Towers, I think told us some stories about it as well. But yeah, dude, could you imagine us going there just for that
Oh, I would love to do that. I've always
and
I've
have our
always I've always wanted to do that, and I think you have to go to, like, the real the little towns and, like, the real, like, kind of neighborhoods, and I think it's kinda hard to get there unless you go
mm,
super renegade style and don't go to, like, a resort or whatever. But I will say I was in Costa Rica one time, anywhere in it's not just Mexico that celebrates Dia de
mm,
los Muertos, it's kind of Central America and South America and just like the
yeah,
Latin America, cultures do. Um, I was in Costa Rica one time and we like rented a car and we're driving around and I got caught in a funeral procession, like a funeral party. So I, stopped and I was like, I'm just gonna see if I can just hang in, weasel my way in, and like hang out and see what's going on. And dude, they had this like coffin. They were carrying this coffin and like parading through the streets, and it was like Mardi Gras. Like if you know what Mardi
yeah,
Gras is in New Orleans, right? It's like just
yeah,
this giant party, and everyone was so happy. So I did get to kind of I did witness and semi partake in a Costa Rican funeral procession, which was a
yeah.
very cool part of my life. But yeah, I always wanted to go for Dia de los Muertos and check that out. Maybe one day we'll do a podcast live from
Ooh,
Mexico City, Dia de
we
los
should
Muertos.
do a vlog. We should do a vlog together.
There we go. We should
You
do that
know, so
one
we're
day.
setting our future together to go out and do these things, dude.
One day, yeah, man. From Australia to Mexico City, we're gonna make it happen. Just keep building the Lifting Dead Army out there, everybody, and your dreams will come true, and and we can afford to go to these cool places and do awesome shit.
Oh fuck yeah, dude. Fuck
Yeah.
yeah. And yeah, it's such a beautiful thing. And Halloween to me, man, it's I call it my little holiday.
Mhm,
It's like Christmas,
mhm.
you know.
Every day,
I
man.
still watch I still watch Nightmare Before Christmas on Halloween and on Christmas Day.
Good, man. You
You know,
should.
since I've got that Jack
Nice, the
Skeleton,
Jack Skellington tattoo. Fuck yeah.
yeah,
Like I
it's
said, I
right
just
next to
um,
right next, kind of right next to my ghost face, and then Michael
got the Michael
Myers.
Myers. I just got
Yeah.
this. It's the, Tree of Death from Sleepy Hollow. Yeah,
Oh no way, that is sick.
yeah, so
Is that recent? That looks fresh as
yeah,
fuck.
yeah, I just got it.
Yeah, right,
Yeah,
man.
it was my October present to myself.
The only problem with things with tattoos, is like you kind of have to step away from heavy lifting once the healing
Yeah,
process.
yeah, yeah, so I did some yoga and some light weights for a while until this heals, but, you know,
Yeah,
it's alright.
that's pretty sick. I actually quite like that, but I've always wanted the Jack Skeleton tattoo because I love Nightmare Before Christmas,
Yeah, me too. I'm a
and
you're the Pumpkin King, I get it, man, I'm more of the Tree of Death facilitator, you're the Pumpkin King, and I'm cool with that.
yeah,
I'll
got
relinquish the crown.
obviously I'm a big Scream fan, and Scream introduced me into horror, which we can talk about very soon.
Cool.
Um, Scream got me into horror. Watching that first Scream movie at like 13 years old that mom and dad let me watch.
So your first real horror movie was the first Scream?
Yeah, I knew some horror movies like Child's Play, but for some reason, Child's Play kind of freaked me out because of the covers and shit like that. And I
Right.
tried watching it, but it was just scaring the shit out of me. But Scream really did it for me. And then after a while, as you could see, um,
That's a dope Michael Myers tattoo, dude. That's sick.
that one. So pretty much, Ghostface, Michael Myers, and Jack Skeleton's
That's cool, man.
um, tattoo. But I'm looking to get more horror stuff done. It's just the time and
Yeah,
money
time and
to
money.
do.
Yeah, I know. Uh,
Yeah. So
yeah.
to go with horror movies, have you been watching anything new lately?
Anything new? Like I said, I don't really yeah, I wish I had more time
Mm,
to watch and go see more shit. We did, me and my buddy Kyle, you might know Kyle from,
yeah.
the
Awesome dude. Yeah.
oh, dude, another part of the team that is he's like my real brother in a way. Um, I, grew up with him, and he helps behind the scenes of Death Comes Lifting so much. We went to go see a 50th anniversary screening of the original Exorcist on the big screen
Ooh,
a couple,
what was that
last week.
like?
Oh, man. I've never seen it on the big screen, it was amazing. First of all,
Was it was it remastered in 4K and shit? Or
you know what? I don't think. It might have been, but it didn't look like in good because, like, to me, like, the charm of those movies is, like, I want it to feel like it's the '70s. I don't need everything to be 2023'd, you know what I mean? Like, The Exorcist
yeah,
is perfect the way it is with the '70s grain, the old monster movies, like, I don't need to see those in 4K, like, they're meant to, like, look like that. That's the
as
atmosphere
they are. Yeah.
so important to me, and I feel the
Mm.
same way about music too, like, I listen to a lot of vinyl, we do the tunes from the crypt and the yoga from the crypt on our Patreon, I play the vinyl a lot, and, like, an Alice Cooper record, like a 1972 Love It to Death sounds so fucking cool on the vinyl the way it should sound with the graininess, and, like, I think you lose a lot with remastering. Anyway, I went off on a tangent there about remastering, so
That's
I'm
okay.
not a huge fan of remastering, so no,
Yeah.
I don't think it is, but what it was cool was to see it on the big screen in, like, a theater environment is, like, the sound quality was really sharp and really good, and all the music and all the noises, and, like, it just made it a whole, like, more intense experience, so to see The Exorcist presented in that way was fucking awesome. Yeah.
From what I've read, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure somebody died on that film in real
I
life.
think a couple people, maybe not a couple people. I don't know. I don't want to speak on that because I don't know 100%. But I do think, yeah, a lot of shit
Yeah.
happened. Maybe one or more persons died behind the scenes making the movie, and yeah. That could be some dark magic at work. I don't know. That was one of a cursed production or something, but, it's so good and it's so unfuckwithable, the original Exorcist. Um, I haven't heard great things about the new one. I'm pulling for it.
Same.
I like
Yeah.
the I like, Ryan Turek, is a producer of Blumhouse, and he's a big supporter of, DCL, and he reps the Flexorcist a lot. Actually,
That's awesome, man.
he
That's
does.
sick.
Yeah, it's great. He actually he put in an order with me, uh, for, like, a bunch of Flexorcist t-shirts and gave them to the crew on that movie. So, that
No
was
way.
yeah, so that was fucking really cool. So, I don't wanna talk shit on it, of course, I didn't see it, but, it just comes with the nature of remakes and reimaginings and all that stuff is you just can't fuck with the original, you know? It's just
Mm.
never gonna be as good, and you're always
Well,
gonna and that's a ballsy movie to try to remake, like, 'cause
it was actually more of a sequel, but
was
like,
it?
yeah, it was. He was like, just to let you guys know, it's not a remake,
It's a,
and everybody thought it was a remake, but it was actually a sequel from the first Exorcist movie.
so it was kinda like what they did with Halloween, right?
Pretty
Like,
much, yeah,
they made the
and
se
Scream and stuff.
right, they call those, what, requels,
Yeah,
right? Like,
yeah,
remake, kinda, sequel, kinda, bringing back a legacy character to make it,
yeah,
relevant, which, yeah. You know?
yeah. I
Eh,
know, right? It kind
I
of
don't
reminds me of those type of things with the multiple timelines. They
mhm,
need to stop doing that because it kind of just ruins the franchise or the movie of what it is. Like I love Halloween and H2O. I defend that movie. I love that movie.
me too. I like all the Halloween movies. I just
Same.
more
Season of the Witch, underrated. Season of the Witch is so underrated. Um,
praise,
you know, not
praise.
many people would like it because Michael Myers is not in it. But
Well, they
people
need to
that don't,
figure out
well,
their life, you know?
money.
They need to figure
But
out
yeah, and but then some people don't realize that Michael Myers isn't really like uh the kind of like the main character behind you know Halloween.
mhm,
In from the beginning, pretty much like the original Halloween is just like obviously Laurie Strode
right,
and her friends getting stalked by Michael Myers and stuff.
right.
But if you watch Rob Zombie's Halloween, which is also my favorite, and I defend that movie as well. I think he did a really good job. Obviously, he's been fucked over so many times doing that movie, but
I actually really like them too. I really like his Halloween 2 a lot. I think it's the most original, ballsiest Halloween movie. Probably since I mean, besides Season of the Witch, because Season of the Witch is just so different. It's so its
yes,
own thing. But in terms of, like, taking Michael Myers and making it his own, like, I think it's the most interesting Halloween movie after besides the original and besides 3. So,
yeah,
boom.
yeah, kind of that like maybe from 5, 6 onwards, kind of was a bit of that little bit of a roller coaster ride
Yeah. I
leading up
appreciate
to
them all for what
2018.
they're worth, I appreciate them all. The new
Mm,
ones I didn't love, but at the same time, like, more Michael Myers and on the big screen and more Halloween movies coming out is cool, you know?
yeah,
I'd rather see that than not
we
see that, so
true. Um, were you a fan of Halloween Ends? Because that movie copped a lot of shit.
I did not see it, and I
Yeah,
will admit that to you right now because I didn't want to, because I heard that Michael Myers was in the movie for, like, 10 minutes total,
yeah.
and it's about this dude, and I'm just like, "That just sounds fucking whack." It just sounds like I don't even wanna see it, so I didn't even see it, honestly. Uh,
I
good.
I had mixed emotions about that movie because I remember watching it in theaters. Then I messaged our good friend Mark Gibrino from
Sure. Sure, yeah, yeah.
MGC. I messaged him and said, "Dude, this movie was fucking wild." He goes, "What do you mean? Like, watch it, and then I'll do the podcast with you, and we can talk about it. And then
I wish I
we all
saw
had
to
mixed
talk to you about
emotions.
it, but
Yeah.
I might watch it this year. I knew it was just probably gonna make me mad, so I didn't watch it, honestly.
I think it made a lot of people mad because um it was kind of like a love triangle with um Allison and the guy that was in
That's
that
what I
fucking movie.
that's what I
You
mean. It's
know?
like it's a Halloween movie, like, make it about Michael Myers. Make it about Laurie Strode if you have to, right? She's the legacy
Mm,
character, she's the final girl, Jamie Lee Curtis, I get that. But if you're gonna make the whole movie about this bitch and her fucking boyfriend, like, why? You know what I mean? Why?
yeah.
What are
y-
you doing? You know?
Yeah.
Which is why I loved Halloween Kills, though. I absolutely love Halloween
Yeah.
Kills. Yeah, it's one of my
Uh,
favorites because it's so much fun. It's just Michael Myers
mm,
fucking everybody up, and
yes.
the soundtrack's brilliant. If you go and listen to the new soundtracks or just any of the soundtracks, like Halloween Kills, fantastic soundtrack. Some of the most original since Halloween 3. You know, Halloween 3
Mm.
is also a very slept on soundtrack too, besides it being a movie. The soundtrack is brilliant,
Ah, the
brilliant.
the sound the music that was playing every time when the TV was turning on and
Yeah,
the pumpkin head shit comes up, man, that was like messing with my head a bit, bro. Like,
do you know that's just that tune is just London Bridge is falling down, but they re
yeah, right.
yeah. London Bridge is down, days till Halloween, Halloween,
Interesting.
Halloween. Yeah, so that's why it's that nursery rhyme that gets in your head. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
See,
Fuck
we're
me.
learning shit on the Ghouls Gone Wild podcast today, ladies
Yeah,
and gentlemen.
you're hearing it first, guys.
Fuck
Like
yeah.
for those Halloween freaks like ourselves.
Yeah.
But like out of the trilogy, I think Halloween 2018 was pretty decent.
Yeah, it definitely was decent. It definitely was decent. I didn't dislike it. I just liked Halloween
Mm,
Kills a little bit more. I think I had more fun with it. Um, I think, yeah, that's all. I don't think Halloween 2018 was bad at all. I enjoyed it. I'll watch it again, but Halloween Kills has more rewatch value for me. I also
yeah,
really like Halloween Resurrection because I really like
yeah,
Busta Rhymes. Just in
yes,
general, I just really like Busta Rhymes. I think he's wonderful. But him fighting Michael Myers and saying, "Here's," I've said this on podcast before, and I think it's
yeah,
worth stating again. It's worth stating again. And if you
yeah,
follow the original storyline before Rob Zombie remade them and before they recooled them, but from Halloween
yeah,
1, you know, that arc takes you all the way to Halloween Resurrection, right? So 1 to 8. So if you start with 1, Michael Myers established as the boogeyman, the greatest, you know, slasher icon of all time, goes all the way through, and it ends with Busta Rhymes drop kicking Michael Myers in the chest into a burning garage. And I think
yes.
that's the greatest way it could ever end, ever. So, sue
I
me,
think so.
sue me. Yeah.
Um, the didn't he get uh didn't he get his nuts roasted?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure he did.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those endings in the Halloween movies always have has a twist.
Yeah.
Like at the end of like the end of H2O,
Right,
how
right.
you think he's dead, he's not.
He's not dead.
Um,
Well, he's never gonna die,
no,
you know?
yeah, maybe in that timeline, in different timelines, maybe
Right,
not spoiling it, but you have to watch it. But um, obviously with the different timelines, they could probably
right.
make another three more Halloween movies after that, after ends maybe in that timeline.
I'm sure.
But
And
yeah,
I'll have to watch Halloween Ends and get back to you on how I feel about it, but what I did like, and I really liked about Halloween Kills is
mm,
instead of, you know, trying to go to lengths to explain why he's still alive or how he doesn't die or like whatever, they're just like, "You know what? He's the boogeyman. Fuck you." You know? No
yeah,
explanation necessary. He's the embodiment of
yeah,
evil. He's the actual boogeyman. You can't kill him. And that's like and they just that's it. And I love that because that's how
yeah,
it's you know? I don't need all this costume changes and like reasonings and resurrections. He's the boogeyman. Deal with it.
yeah.
Love that.
And especially Kills was more brutal
Yeah. Oh yeah. Super brutal.
than like maybe the last couple of Halloween movies that was been ever released. I just think the acting was a little bit eh.
For sure. For sure.
And
Uh,
that to me it was kind of like watching a sort of like a B graded horror movie, but it's like a really high budget fucking blockbuster horror
that's
film.
all it is. Yeah. Which
Yeah.
is fun for
But
its
like
own right. But I like I said, I really like Rob Zombies as well. I'm not dissing those at all. I love Rob Zombie. I love all of his movies. I love his music. I love huge inspiration.
yeah,
Yeah. Very important to me. So
this
yeah.
the same with the same like Evil Dead, Evil Dead 1, Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, and then the new one that came out recently, the latest one, Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah.
Um they're all great. There's not one bad movie out
Yeah,
of
no,
those
Evil
4
Dead is
movies.
actually probably the most consistent horror franchise there is because it's all good, you know?
Mm.
Um,
Have you seen Evil Dead Rise?
yeah, I did. I liked it.
So
I didn't love it,
me too.
but I
I
liked it.
loved it.
I didn't think it was bad at all. Like, I thought it was
Mm.
really good. It just was a little different for me. I don't know. I'm a traditional Evil Dead fan, you know? Uh,
Yeah,
I thought it could have been better, but it definitely wasn't bad, so
I thought uh my favorite scene in that movie when the demon chick bites that guy's eye and spits into that dude's mouth.
yeah.
Mike and I did a review on that movie, and Mike was saying that sound effects in that scene was actually Bruce Campbell biting into an apple.
Oh, really? That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah,
They do cool
yeah,
shit like
yeah.
that.
But yeah, like Evil Dead Rise was good. Cocaine Bear was great. I've I've kind of caught up on all the Annabelle and Conjuring movies now, which is kind of cool. But I rewatched all the Saw movies, so I'm definitely going to see Saw X when I can get around to it this week sometime.
Oh, yeah, dude. That's the I've been hearing nothing but good things about, Saw X, so I do wanna see that too. I lost track of, some of the Saw movies after, like, 5, but,
Yeah,
the original 3 are fantastic. I thought, they were important to me at the time, for sure.
the original is a masterpiece, I think.
Yeah,
Like the first.
yeah, dude. Like I said, I think the first 3 just form a great trilogy, and they're very, well-structured stories. The twists at the end and how they all intertwine with each other is very cool.
Yeah.
I think they lose that as they go, which, kind of
Mm.
values the franchise a little bit. But yeah, I've heard that Saw X is, more of a return to form of the first 2 or 3 or whatever, so, uh
It is, from what I've read, I think it's a sequel from the second one, leading to the
Oh, okay.
third.
Like, in between 2 and 3?
Yeah,
That's cool.
which at first I thought it didn't really make sense, but I guess you can understand why they kinda went back because there's probably, like, missing pieces between Saw 2 and Saw 3 that they could have added in maybe, but yeah, really looking forward to that. Hopefully going to see it either Wednesday or Thursday when I get some time and stuff, but yeah, man. But dude,
That'd be
like, I really appreciate you coming on, dude. Like,
Oh,
this
man.
actually means a lot.
Dude, you mean a lot to me. It's an honor to, be here, and I know you wanted me as the first guest, and I screwed up the date, so I feel bad about
Nah,
that.
it's
So
all good.
I wanted to
It's all
show up
good.
strong for you today, my friend.
Nah, it's all good. I almost said thank you for having me on, but I just realized that it's my podcast,
I
not
was gonna
yours.
say, you're the fucking man. Dude, you're the man here. But
You know?
it's nice to, I love doing my podcast, and I love that you were a guest for so many in such a long time, and I
Yeah.
do miss it in some ways, and I do think we'll get back to it once everything's in place, and maybe we can, once I have the studio, we can like stream some video and have like a home base that we set up a nice podcast in and do it again. But in the
Yeah.
meantime, I'm really liking the no stress of not having one and getting to be
The
guest on,
downtime a little bit.
yeah, on
Yeah.
cool people's podcasts. So thanks for the opportunity, man. Anytime I get to hang out and talk about Halloween and, the Death Comes Lifting mission, I'm in, bro. So, have me back on whenever we can make it work, man, for sure.
100%. Like I said, I've reached out to Frankogen. I've reached out to Corey Thomas
Oh, good.
um, from Valkyrie ID because he follows it as well. And I said, dude, let's do a Halloween special. We do it pre-recorded and I'll release it on Halloween. And he's
Dude,
down. So,
you please do that. He just put,
mm,
speaking of our new website, there's an obituary section that was on the original website from people that have been following us for a long time. It's called the obituaries, and we put like writings, just like some are health and wellness, and a lot of reviews, interviews, etc. We're starting that back up with published writings on the website. And Corey Thomas just submitted a review for the movie House of 1000 Corpses that you can read his review on the website on the obituaries page. And I have a warm up article on there as well for fitness. And we're going to slowly add and build that section of the website up. So, and I know House of 1000 Corpses was just re released in theaters for a limited time, at
yes.
least in America. I don't know if that's down there true with you. But,
Uh, no, but I've
uh,
seen it being posted up and stuff like that at Rotten
right,
Tomatoes.
okay. But,
That's
hey, in the
cool.
meantime, check out Corey Thomas's review, Valkyrie AD, great guy, great contributor to the Army, great writer, great fan of literature. Um, he's a
And a
homeboy.
fucking great guitar player, man.
And
That
a
dude can riff.
great guitar player and just a wholesome, genuine human being. And that's what we want on our side, so go check
He
that
needs
shit
to give
out.
us he needs to give us some guitar lessons, man.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Come on,
But,
Valkyrie, what are you doing? No.
yeah, dude.
He's the man for us.
Yeah, but, like, yeah, is there anything that you wanna promote, or is there just anything that you wanna, like, reach
Happy
out?
Halloween,
Share?
happy October. If anyone has any Halloween-related questions, let us know, we're here for you. Consider joining the Lifting Dead Army's Patreon page if you want some of our exclusive video content and horror movie training programs. Uh All of that stuff, man. New merch is out on the website. Even if you don't buy it, go check out the website because 'cause we're very proud of it. It's very fun, it's very cool, and I just want everyone to, live strong, healthy, happy lives and don't let the motherfuckers get you down. Devil Horns
And
and Alice Cooper.
yes. Thanks, bro. Like, I
Thank
really appreciate it.
thank you.
And we'll keep in touch. And I can't wait to get my new Defcoms lifting stuff to
It's
you,
in the
man.
mail, dude. Sent it to you,
Yeah.
yesterday or whenever that was that we were talking about shipping. I try to get you the cheapest shipping I possibly can down there. I feel bad that it's so expensive, but it is what it is, right?
eh, it is what
It
it
is
is,
what
dude. But no, dude,
it's out
thank
of
you very
our
much.
control.
I wish we could shake hands in person, but like
Right,
it's kind of weird,
but we're
like
here
doing it
now.
virtual.
Let's go here.
Yeah, yeah,
Boom, boom,
yeah,
boom, boom.
yeah, yeah.
How about
That.
this? Just give
All
me a
right, buddy.
big hug. Boom, all up in
Yeah,
here. Yeah,
bro, hug. All right,
thank you,
buddy.
bro.
Thank you so much. And guys, go and check out Zach and Def Comes Lifting, man. This guy is a real deal. He will fucking hook you up with some really cool fitness stuff and also reach your fucking fitness goals, man.
Reach your
So
dreams, reach for the sky. You're all gonna
remember,
die soon,
kids,
so fucking do something about it.
exactly. Life's too short to be sad and depressed. Be happy and remember, kids, stay spooky and be nice to each other.
What a
See you
beautiful
guys
way
next
to end
time.
that. Thank you, Adam. I'll see you soon.
And my next guest is Ace Von Johnson from LA Guns. We're gonna be talking about his career, horror movies, because I know he's a big horror activist. Like, he likes horror movies and that. So stay tuned in for that. So yeah, man. Thanks, guys. Booyah.
Man,
Peace
booyah.
out.